And here we go. From the top, starting on Battlefield. This is probably a hand warmer. That'd be some pretty queer neutral. Excuse me. Gotta be a oof. Oh, apparently GXM has a major losing head-to-head versus Mariposa. So George was just painting a rosier picture than it was prior to bracket. So we're going to see Mariposa looking for turnips. George looking to not allow her to pull turnips. A little bit of wall him out a la Marth. Some detailed fair shenanigans. It's a slow burner of a matchup for sure, but when Peach gets a hit, boy, can she take it far. Marth's juggle game in general is absurd, and even more absurd in this matchup. George needs to drop that turnip. Yeah, holding a turnip actually sucks for Marth. His throw animations are garbage, probably the worst among the high tiers. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Alright. So we have No Beanie George versus Orange Shirt Erica. First stock's very close. Both are like a hidden edge guard away. Oh, nice TI on that side B by Mariposa. Ooh, I have no idea what that up smash was. It must have been an up tilt. He should make it back here. Yeah. And here it's like kind of nice for Peach because she can just get a nair or an F throw and he just dies. We are not going to count the number of up tilts George does, Tony, because that's not that interesting of a statistic. Anywho, back to the match. I do think George is kind of giving her more space than he has to, and it's kind of allowing her to get more turnips out than she would otherwise. And it's also making him a little bit too far to punish like reactable lag. For instance, there was a spot dodge earlier that he could have grabbed and he wasn't spaced for it. Also a roll, I believe. I think his general positional sense is pretty strong, but he's just spacing a little too far and not capitalizing sufficiently off of his juggle opportunities. I think particularly in this matchup, the juggle is actually much more valuable than the edge guard, just because it's so difficult to successfully kill Peach off an edge guard. Like, I think the best you can realistically hope for is to get her to the edge and then punish her for her atrocious edge options. Or, like George did, you could hope she forgets that she's out of a float and double jump and fall to her death. But yeah, I just think like it's a higher expected value to continue a juggle and to push Peach off stage. That's not a stitch. Okay, I thought that was a stitch for a second, just because she was playing so cautiously with it. That cannot have been a real charged up smash. I do think George is maybe throwing out laggy moves too carelessly, particularly F smash and F tilt. Welcome back, Josh. Tony has informed me that George has a losing record against Mariposa.
Yes, he likes to think he knows more than... Huh? Yeah.
Alright, bye. Anyway, back to solo dolo. Cag on the couch. Last stock. George could do this. Based on how he's been playing, though, I feel like Mariposa's going to take it. That was a lot cleaner than his previous stocks. Again, no, I think that was fine. Never mind. I feel as though he needs to... No, I think he's playing fine this stock, actually. think it's quite good. I think he should... Yeah, that's better. So, I think my problem with his edge guarding so far is he's been, like, very reticent to directly challenge Peach in the air, even though she hasn't really been throwing out active hitboxes during recovery. And you can just outspace all of them. He's Marth. I don't know. I think if George had sharpened up his edge guards and maybe looks for more juggle opportunities instead of just fair F smash or like early F smashes in general, it would have been an easier victory. I think this stage is a lot better just because it makes up throw so much more of a palatable option. On Battlefield, when you up throw, you often can't follow up before they get to a platform and are able to shield. But here, of course, there are no platforms. You are going to one place exactly when you get thrown into the air. And Marth is very good at getting between you and that place with some fatty hitboxes. The disjointed sword is quite good, it turns out. And this should be... Oh, see, now there we go. That's much... I guess George was less scared because she wasn't in float and she was just in parasol. He should know better than that, though. You can't... She can sweet spot around down tilt. I think he needs to grab ledge more. I don't think he needs to grab ledge a ton, but he's not doing it at all. Decent recovery. Good SDI on the dare. I actually think tournament winner is like non-trash versus Peach. Just because she's so slow vertically. That was a lucky F smash. See, she's waiting so long to put out a hitbox every time. I wish George would just immediately go swat her once or twice to make her afraid to just hold on to that hitbox for so long. Even sucks. George up 92%. George is GXM, by the way. I also think he's moving far less than I would expect. Oh, that's a bummer. So many strange recovery deaths today. Nice rolling. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much today. I slept quite a bit last night. Don't catch the turnip, George. That was a good recovery. For those Marth of you back there who don't know why sometimes you're off stage and you don't have the charge side view where you kind of float a little bit, when you land, you don't automatically get it back. You actually have to land in special fall. So for those of you who aren't nerds, that just means if you wave dash or wave land while you're on stage, you will get the side B back and charged up. So the more you know. I guess George doesn't know that, but now all of you do. So you're welcome. Just dropping some knowledge on you fools. Unfortunately, Toby's the only one listening, so it doesn't really matter because he'll never learn. Oh, I got a snap. Let's see if it's juicy. Oh, that is... I can't share that at all. I really can't tell you guys what that is. Yeah, I can't share that. I'm not even gonna... Okay, forget I ever got a Snapchat message. I'll shut the fuck up about my phone. George, you can't edgeguard Peach from on stage if you think she's gonna go for the sweet spot. It just doesn't work. She can get around it. Hopefully you watch this VOD. I think you do. But your neutral is quite good when you decide to actually move and play. But sometimes you just stand. I don't know. I feel like you should aggress more. I think you don't challenge Peach enough. You're arguably the best character directly challenging Peach. And I think you just kind of frivolously use a lot of your resources on recovery and on stage. And you back up in a lot of situations where you could either win the scrap or you're frame positive. And I think at this mid-range you shouldn't be really worried about what Peach is going to do, because it's not your hitboxes just beat everything. Marth has a big sword. And you have to look for some sort of kill setup or opportunity other than side B up till at 120. Yes, it works if they don't DI out and they don't hold down. But if they do either of those things, which Peaches are wont to do, it will not work. You know, you have to be like less scared of killing them at 200 with Tipper Fair. It happens sometimes. Hey, Carmen.
Nice to see you. I see that she's really high percent.
Yes. Well, she won the first game. It looks like she's actually gonna win this one. I don't know. She did okay. I don't know. I think